Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you crosshair placements or pre-aims for all spots on attacking Ascent. So I have about 3 more maps to do on this. If you guys have any other guide suggestions, let me know. Also, if you guys could follow my Twitch and Twitter in the description below, I would much appreciate that. So without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. Basically, when we start here, there's a barrier right behind this box. I usually start on the right side here. You can have your Sova drone, but if you don't have a Sova, and if you're just peeking this alone, one thing that we can do is just peek right here like this. We want to peek this right here. This is the first place that they can be looking at us from. Next, we want to be slowly inching out toward right about here. So you see how I did that? I kind of like slowly, just kind of like, checked. Another thing you can do is come up top here and jump onto the box, and then basically jump up here. Oh my god, I suck. You come up here, and then you slowly peek this right here, and then you're gonna do the same thing just from up top. And if you do come late, you need to be careful of wine, but otherwise I'm not really gonna talk about that. Basically just run across and check the corner. So from here we're gonna check right here, see if there's anyone in this general vicinity. Otherwise I'm gonna check back here, back toward the right side of this box. Now I'm gonna be careful of heaven, check left side of box, of these 2 boxes. You can also spam this if there's someone behind there. You don't really need to spam this like for no reason. You can actually, but normally just spam this if you see someone. So check here, definitely check right here. This is very common. You can be aware of hello. You don't really need to place your crosshair there, but I would place your crosshair here next, and then here, and then also right here. So from this point, all we're doing is we're basically just waiting for an enemy to peek us on defense. So I'm kind of just like looking around here. This also depends on like where they've been playing previous rounds. So if they've been playing Gen like 2 rounds in a row, maybe expect them to be Gen. But also don't be closed-minded to the possibility of them being right here. So next, for coming in, I'm going to flash as Reyna. If you're not Reyna, that's okay. I usually clear up here first. Actually, not up there first necessarily. I usually clear like toward here, this corner. Just because it's definitely less likely for them to be up here. I would clear like toward here, and then check over here. Then usually you're gonna want to switch if you're the first out, but not always. Excuse me, sorry about that. So next we're gonna run up to site. We're gonna want to be aware of all the spots they can be. Usually looking at heaven. Check back site here. Could be Gen. Could also be hell. So you might want to clear hell like this. Then from here, I'm not gonna push much farther than this. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this for cat now. So basically that is how you go A. The most tedious part is just clearing all these angles right here as you're kind of coming out. But yeah, so next we are going to go mid. As I've said before, pushing mid on this map, on Icebox, on Breeze are all my favorite things to do. So this is because people often don't really know how to play mid, and so you should take advantage of that. People are kind of just confused when it comes to mid. Like for some reason playing a site is easy for them, but mid is not so much. So we're gonna want to jiggle like this, see if they're bottom lower left. You could just peek this from the further end actually, because I think the barrier is back here, so they can only be right here. But if you're coming late mid, you want to check left side as well. So then you can also swing all the way left here, see if there's someone market right here. But otherwise I'm just gonna walk up cat, and then from here I'm checking B main just because they can push if you don't have a sentinel. Then also I'm gonna check right here because they can be there. It's possible. So now I'm clearing right here. Again, now I'm forgetting about this, and I'm just going to put my attention into right here. Slowly clearing this, and then up here, if there's anyone in the box, right side cat, right here, here. Slowly clearing this corner, because this corner is also pretty common. And then I'm going to slowly clear right here, towards site, and then this corner. So make sure that you're aware of that. Sometimes you can break the glass just to make noise. You can clear this corner. I don't really clear that corner. I'll usually just kind of walk up towards site, clear corners, hit the switch, and now we're on site again. A really strong play if you play duelist is clear the corner. Don't break the glass this time. Just walk up and come all the way to like right here. Or you can go even farther. And you're probably going to want to check here first and then check heaven. And you can also check over toward here. And you don't really necessarily need to peek this, but you can sit like right here, and this is really strong. So yeah, so now we're gonna go tiles. Tiles is also very strong. This is good if you just want to take fights. Again, not every agent is meant to take fights, so maybe think about that. But if you're a duelist and you want to take the fight, if you've been winning fights, then you go for this. So what you do is you kind of just come here. I usually place my crosshair right here because this is where people generally peek from, although it is possible for them to be here. So you're going to want to be cautious of that. So I usually look here, and then after a few, like 4 or 5 seconds, I'll kind of look bottom mid, look right here as well. And then I'm slowly looking here to see if they're going to peek me from the right side of cat. And after another 5-10 seconds or so, I'm going to, again, kind of come to mid here. And so this is kind of like, entering into here is kind of like going into B site on Haven. By that I mean you have 2 angles that you need to clear, but you can only really clear one because you have to look in one direction, right? So you have to pick one. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. If you have a reason to pick one over the other, then go for it. But usually I just look on one side, and as soon as I look in the other, I check the other. And then if there's no one there, then I'm chilling. And if I die, then unlucky. I clear pizza like this. And then after I clear pizza, I almost always path over to the right here. And then I'll look like right here to see if there's anyone toward the switch. And here I'm just checking to see if there's anyone over here. And then now I'm slowly peeking out here. And again, now we're in a really aggressive spot again. This is a very good aggressive spot if you got here without making noise. So people are not going to know about you. You can also come up here and hold like this, but this is honestly kind of risky. So I'd probably not do that too often. I would just be chilling like right here, just kind of waiting for rotates. So this is really good if you have made noise B, but then your team is planting A. So now you're just sitting. Actually, no. If you're just planting A, this is really good. You just cut off the rotations. Another thing you do is, again, we're up here. We're going to check here, then clear this corner, check here. And we, of course, want to be aware of stairs right here and lane. And if you don't have teammates in B main, when you're doing this, you're going to want to be careful that the enemy's pushed up in B main, for sure. Also clear corner, clear logs. And they can also be like under here if they're crouching, but that's pretty unlikely. So now I'm clearing here. You can also watch spawn again. Now I'm going to go to B main because this will make more sense if we do it like that. Last but not least, we have B main. So this is, again, I say always, watch for darts, watch for shock darts, watch for recon darts, watch for any util that the enemy's going to throw at you here, raise nade, raise ult, anything like that. This area is nice and enclosed, so it's going to make it kind of hard for you to deal with stuff always. But basically, you're going to want to peek right here first. Just this whole doorway, because this is where enemies are going to peek you from. And yeah, so next, again, this is just like aiming. We're slowly peeking over to the right side here. So here, 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 here. There's no one. I'm going to replace my crosshair while being aware of this corner. Check the corner. Okay, we're good. Now I'm going to slowly check logs. Now I'm going to check market. And then I'm slowly inching out to CT. Right side CT. Left side CT. Stairs. Switch like this. You can spam this. It's possible to spam. It is kind of hard to spam because it's in an angle. But now I'm clearing all of lane just to make sure there's no one here. If there's not, then I need to walk up, clear logs, clear right here. Again, this is kind of like the same thing as pushing mid. You just kind of have to pick one to clear. And if you clear one, there's no one, then just check the other. And yeah, if you die, it's unlucky. So also, like I said, you can actually walk up next to this, and they actually can't see you right from right here, right? Because this is actually blocking all of your body. And if there's someone mark it, they won't know. Also, you might want to consider hitting the switch instead of doing that, like coming over here like this. And this also should be smoked, and so should this, but you know, it won't always be smoked. I can promise you that. So say that's smoked, then we don't have to worry about walking here. But say this isn't, there's no door there, you can walk up like this. And then you can actually catch someone and mark it, or you can just come towards site. Again, come towards spawn. A really good spot to sit right here is like this. Peeking is okay. It's not the best thing to do. You can also sit right here as a duelist, or right here, or logs. And this is really good. You have to be careful of a B main flank. Anywhere here is okay, but this can be spammed, so be careful. So if we're coming out lane, I don't know why I ran like that, but yeah, so now you can flash, of course. This isn't a renegade though, so I'm just going to keep showing the angles. So peeking left side back here, right side, and like this. They could be anywhere on site, obviously. So when you jump out, make sure to clear under you, because a really good spot to play is like crouched up under here. Not many people know this, but if you're against a good player, they might know it. And here I'm going to clear like this. Then I'm going to slowly clear all this. They can timing you like this whenever you're clearing, but it's not gonna happen most likely. So yeah, other than that, you might consider staying in B main. If for some reason like you've been getting flanked a lot, this is really good to help your team secure site. And then also you have control of the walkout here, unless you get smoked off or anything or something like that. But really, this is how you play Ascent. This is my favorite map. It's really good. A lot of fun angles to play. But yeah, that's pretty much every angle that I think. There's obviously some angles we didn't talk about, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.